Hi, in a previous video, we looked at how we work with the original sine, tan, and cosine ratios and the rules we need to apply. These rules also apply when working with reciprocal ratios. Let's look at some examples. Use a calculator to determine the value of sine 49 degrees multiplied by sec 41 degrees. Now, before we start this question, let's write down our reciprocal ratios. We know that cosec theta is equal to 1 over sine theta, sec theta is equal to 1 over cos theta, and cot theta is equal to 1 over tan theta. Now let's look at our question. Sine 49 degrees multiplied by sec 41 degrees. Sine is an original ratio, so we can leave this as it is, and we can say it's equal to sine 49 degrees multiplied by, but sec 41, we cannot put sec into our calculator, so we need to turn this into a reciprocal ratio. We can see on the right, sec theta is equal to 1 over cos theta. So instead of sec 41 degrees, we're going to say 1 over cos 41 degrees. Now we can multiply sine 49 degrees by 1 over cos 41 degrees, and we get sine 49 degrees divided by cos 41 degrees. Now we can get our calculator, and we say sine 49 degrees, close the bracket, divided by cos 41 degrees is equal to 1. And we can make a note of our answer over here. Let's do another one. Determine the following to two decimal places. And we have sec to 70 degrees. Sec is our trigonometric ratio, and 2 multiplied by 70 degrees is our angle. So the first thing we need to do is to simplify our angle. 2 multiplied by 70 gives us 140. So we get sec 140 degrees. Now, before we can put this into our calculator, we need to change it into the reciprocal ratio. And we can see that sec theta is equal to 1 over cos theta. So we can say sec 140 degrees is equal to 1 over cos 140 degrees. Let's get our calculators, and we can say 1 divided by cos 140 degrees is equal to negative 1,305. Let's round off to two decimal places, and we get negative 1,31. Let's do another one. Cosec 57 degrees plus cot 39 degrees. Both of these are reciprocal ratios, so we need to turn them back into the original ratios before we can solve. So let's put in our equal sign. Cosec is the reciprocal of sine, so we get 1 over sine 57 degrees, plus cot is the reciprocal of tan, so instead of cot 39 degrees, we're going to say 1 over tan 39 degrees. Now we can use our calculator, and we say 1 divided by sine 57 degrees. Let's close the bracket, plus, open a bracket, 1 divided by tan 39 degrees. Let's close both our brackets. We get an answer of 2,427 and so on. Round off to two decimal places, and we get 2,43. These rules apply to squares as well. Use a calculator to determine the value of tan squared 57 degrees minus sec squared 39 degrees. Tan is an original ratio, so let's start by writing down tan squared 57 degrees minus, but sec is a reciprocal ratio, so we need to turn this back into cos. So instead of sec squared 39 degrees, we say 1 over cos squared 39 degrees. And now we can use our calculators. Because we're working with fractions, let's use our calculator in steps. Let's start with cos 39 degrees. Now we can square it. Now we can say 1 divided by our answer, cos squared 39 degrees. And finally, we can say tan 57 degrees squared minus our answer for our fraction, and we get 0,715. Let's round off to 2 decimal places, and we get an answer of 0,72. Let's do one more example. If x is equal to 48,6 degrees and y is equal to 26,4 degrees, calculate the following to 2 decimal places. And we have sec with a bracket x minus y. The first step is to substitute 48,6 and 26,4 into our x and y values. So we can say sec, let's open our bracket, x is 48,6 degrees minus y, 26,4 degrees. And now we can close the bracket. 48,6 minus 26,4 gives us sec 22,2 degrees. But sec is a reciprocal ratio, so before we can use our calculators, we have to turn it into cos. So we can say is equal to 1 over cos 22,2 degrees. And now we can take out our calculator and we say 1 divided by cos 22,2 degrees is equal to 1,08. Can write our answer down here.